Hello, this is Ted Argyle from Adrenalin Martial Arts Centre, and welcome to day 16 of 30, where I look at the 30 lessons that I've learnt as a full-time martial artist, a full-time martial arts instructor, and as a business owner for the last 20 years. Today we're going to look at the subject of marketing, and this is a lesson I've learnt as a business person, or to be more accurate, somebody who's self-employed. Marketing is a very interesting, and some people think of it as a sexy subject because it certainly encapsulates lots of different fields of study. But in my mind, I see two different sorts of marketing. And I've come at this distinction from reading lots of books about marketing. I've had lots of one-on-one coaching to help with that. I've had or attended lots of 1 and 2 day seminars. And I've also listened to lots of audio material based around marketing. So I've sort of come up with the realization that there's two different sorts of marketing. So you have prospect-based marketing, which is marketing when most people think of marketing, they think of this kind of marketing. And this is where you're throwing X amount of dollars at some sort of slick advertising campaign with the promise that that will bring a whole host of new customers into your business, or it will make people aware of your business who weren't aware of it before, with the, promise down the road that they will eventually purchase something from your business. And the second type is what I like to call customer retention-based marketing, which is your ability to look after the customers you currently have better. I find for me personally that prospect-based marketing is really it's a big boys game, meaning that if you have tens or hundreds or millions of dollars to throw at, when I say tens, I mean tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw at some sort of slick marketing campaign, then there's certain things that you have the ability to do that the average business person doesn't. The average small business owner or self-employed person hasn't got that sort of money to throw around, and for the most part it's a bit of a waste, because these kinds of things need to be done consistently. Meaning if you're going to do a mail out, for example, to a specific demographic in your community, you may need to mail to them 2, 3, 4, 10 times before you get any sort of response. If you're looking at a campaign which is going to cost you at a small level, maybe $5,000, you're looking at a $30,000 campaign to maybe get some sort of result. Most of us don't have that sort of money to throw at some sort of marketing campaign like that. But we all have the time, and we all have the resources, and we all have the perhaps small budget that can go towards things that would satisfy our current customers. So for me, for example, one of the things I do for any time where I have any surplus income that could be thrown at some sort of marketing campaign, in lieu of that, I actually spend that on getting a guest instructor in to run a seminar to teach my students either some material that they're currently working on, but I'm bringing in someone who's a lot better than I am at conveying that material, or I'll bring someone in who's teaching something that we don't teach, so it gives students an opportunity to learn something they wouldn't normally learn. And many times I do this at no cost to them, so I try to bear the brunt of that cost. In most instances I pay it outright. Where I can't, I'll pay half and the students will pay the other half by charging a very small entrance fee. So that's just one thing that I do. There's many, many other things that I do. I'm not going to bore you to tears with all of those different things that I do for my customers, but it has to be said that one of the principles in marketing is that you can spend 3 to 4 times the amount to get a new customer as what it would cost you to keep an existing customer. And that's just a matter of keeping your eyes open, finding nice things to do for your customers. A lot of these nice things don't cost you anything financially. They do cost you a lot of time though, so be ready for that. But there's lots of things that you can do, lots of ways that you can invest your time and a little bit of money to invest into your current customer base, as opposed to trying to put together some slick advertising campaign that's going to bring in potentially a whole host of new customers. I will say though that is a very slow road. It took me I've had my school now for 20 years. It probably took a good 10 to 12 years to put my business in a position where it was viable. Prior to that 12-year period, I was pretty much at the bottom of the barrel and just barely scraping by to earn a living. So it is a long, slow process. And it would certainly be a lot easier if we all had tens of thousands of dollars to throw at marketing. Most of us don't. So I think the opposite is the better way to go. Just be willing to put in the work, and eventually you'll bear the fruit of that work. Really, it comes down, as I said in one of the early videos, finding lots of different ways to do nice things for your customers. If you do nice things for your customers, they'll be with you for a longer time, and they'll also be more willing to refer new people to your business. Anyway, that's one of the things that I've learned as a business person over the last 20 years. I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, please flick me an email via Facebook. Not an email via Facebook. Send me a private message via Facebook. Otherwise, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you.